Eve.
Joining us now, Joey Deason. He is the Executive Director of the Madison County Economic Development Authority. Morning there, Joey.
Good morning, Gerard. Thank you for having me on today.
You bet, you bet. So I think the big thing we wanted to discuss today is this gigantic Amazon facility that is still under construction in Madison County. I kind of describe it as between Gluckstadt and Canton. It actually has a Canton address, though, right, Joey? The Amazon facility?
That is correct. It has a Canton address, and technically when the shipments are going to be shipped out, the packages, it will have a Canton address and a Canton name on it with a zip code.
Yeah, I think I remember the Amazon representatives discussing that. But this thing is, for the benefit of our audience, the size of the facility is what exactly in terms of square feet?
When you look at the footprint of the facility that's out at the Madison County mega site, the base footprint is actually 750,000 square feet, but it's 4 stories tall. So in effect, it's 3 million square feet.
3 million.
3 million. And the top 3 floors, the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd, will have 1,500 robots on each floor. And then the majority of the actual people will be working downstairs on the 1st floor.
Yeah. And so Amazon, I think they describe these facilities as fulfillment centers. Isn't that correct?
That is correct.
And
they refer to them as an ARS, an Automated Robotic Systems facility.
Yep. Yeah, it's awesome. So the goal, I believe, is for them to warehouse more of what they sell in their e-commerce business closer to buyers and have more of these facilities installed across the country just to shorten the delivery times and just to improve efficiencies and their ability to serve their customers. I mean, that's essentially the goal. The business value proposition of building out all these fulfillment centers. We're fortunate that they selected Madison here in Mississippi to be one of those.
Yeah, we are very fortunate. When we were competing for the project, we were actually competing against 3 other communities. Now, fortunately, over time, those 3 communities, I think, have since also been chosen. But in total, from memory, I think there was about 7 or 8 of these facilities all being built at the exact same time.
Yeah, they're investing a ton in that, and I think it really just a reflection of their goal, which is to continue to shorten those delivery times and to carve cost out of the distribution and the logistics model. They believe in locating these fulfillment centers around the country. They're doing so.
I think it's important for your listeners, Gerard, to understand that there's a difference between the ARS and a non-ARS facility. The Automated Robotic Systems facility, this particular location here will have about 25 million inventory locations. And if you can picture a loaf of bread or a bread box, that's the size of the items that will be sold and processed through that facility. A non-ARS facility, which was what we were originally chosen for, but during the process of evaluation, they chose to go to an ARS. A non-ARS is one-off items. It's a baseball bat, it's a canoe, it's a bike. They're much larger items. Yeah. And, if you follow the news and you follow Amazon at all, they typically take the airport moniker. So for Jackson, Mississippi, it's JAN. Our facility is titled JAN1, and there is a reason they call it JAN1 because at some point in the future, we hope and Amazon hopes there is a JAN2.
Yeah, and I remember him talking about that last week when we were privileged to have dinner with representatives of the company. It's kind of a neat system, neat naming convention that they have, but it makes total sense, honestly, and so we're excited about that. And so great on the distinction between the automated versus the non-automated. So what that essentially means is that it's going to be housing and processing products that are really more appropriate and suited for the automated system in the picking and shipping and staging process. Incredibly sophisticated.
When you think about Amazon, people think obviously it's a big facility. It's going to employ on paper what they've committed to is 1,000.
Right.
We believe that during the holiday period, there will be approximately 1,800 people that'll be employed there.
Wow.
It's a complex system, not only from the robotics portion, but just from the data. That we're being told that from about the time that you go in, or your wife or someone hits the button and orders an article or a product from Amazon, within 25 seconds from you pushing that button, that piece of product is already on a conveyor belt being taken down to the lower floors to be shipped. So it's
incredible.
Very fast processing times.
That's just unbelievable to think about. And, of course, Jeff Bezos, his vision was to leverage all the electronic tools and digital systems that he could get his hands on. That was his vision from day one, and there's no question that he's doing it. All right, so you said 1,000 is kind of the standard staffing model, 1,800 on a seasonal basis. And they're interviewing, recruiting, hiring now. Is that right, Joey? Where are they on that?
They are in the process. The original plans for the facility itself was to open up in August. I'm not going to give you the specifics, but I can tell you that COVID supply chain issues caused them some concerns.
Yep.
And if they couldn't be open by Christmas during the holiday period and try to train people, they just decided to wait until this next year to open up. They've hired the majority of their management team. Their hourly technicians will be picking up speed sometime here in the summer with full employment before the holiday season of this next year.
Yeah, and something that we've learned is that they're actually transferring some of their workers, their management team in particular, into the state. I mean, they're taking up residence, buying houses or signing leases, what have you, to become residents of Mississippi and mainly around Madison County, close to the facility. I mean, it's quite exciting.
It's an interesting little tidbit of information. I was given the breakdown. There's 150 management salaried individuals, with approximately 75 to 80 of those will be moving in to the area, preferably Madison County, here within the next. Some are already here, but they're in the process of bringing the others in now as we speak.
Yeah, it's something else that we heard him describe, Joey, was the way that they schedule the staff to power the facility. It's almost like you're bidding on a job. You're a full-time employee, but you may not have a set schedule, and they publish their needs using electronic tools. This is how many people we need in these positions for these shifts, and you sign up for them essentially, and you almost make your own schedule out. I mean, it's fascinating.
But Gerard, believe it or not, we've discussed that very item 3 times in the last 2 days.
Really?
Yes. There's traditional shifts that work Monday through Friday, and then they have weekend shifts that work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then let's say you have a traditional Monday through Friday shift, but you don't have childcare on Tuesday and Wednesday. They will allow you to take off those 2 days, and then if you would prefer, you can make it up on the weekend or not. So it's a very flexible schedule. We've had discussions with some of the other industries here in the region, specifically Nissan this week. I had a discussion with them because I think Amazon and Nissan could find a very good way to partner with each other.
Sure.
Because the way that Amazon works is that once you're there 90 days, they will pay for a 2-year and a 4-year degree for you. So they're working with the employees there to create a career path so that they can move on to bigger and better jobs outside of Amazon as well. And so let's say, for example, you have an individual that is interested in mechanics or mechatronics. I think that's a good way to partner with Nissan. And then once they graduate from that program, they can go directly to work for Nissan here in Madison County as well.
Really is incredible. And, they've built such a huge workforce. They've learned a lot, obviously, in doing so. And I think that is kind of what spawned a lot of these very innovative approaches to staffing and just the relationship with their workforce and their employees. But we're out of time here, but we're so looking forward to getting this thing rolling, as is Madison County and, of course, the entire state of Mississippi. I'll just say one parting thing, Joey. You can comment if you want. I don't think Amazon's through in the state of Mississippi.
I agree. Thank you, Gerard.
Thank you a lot, Joey. We'll talk to you soon. We'll take a break here on Middays. We got more to talk about.